Well, Pap just got him a load of firewood down at the sawmill. But that is all the pile they have. That's the lowest I've ever seen it. But I think people come for winter and get it for their wood burners at home. I just thought I'd show you that's what's left of the wood pile.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Hello.
We are camping once again, and you could say it's a wee bit brisk. It is chilly, but we enjoy camping in the fall, so here we are. We thought last time was going to be our last trip, but we decided we have an extra holiday, so we decided we would take advantage of it and camp one more time. So a lot has changed a little bit since we camped last time. As you all know, Pap is not a fan of change. He doesn't like it a lot, and there's been a lot of change. So we had some work done at our house. We decided to have dugout next to our garage where we could put our camper. And that frees up parking, for holidays, and just gives our camper a home out of the yard and out of the main driveway. So the guys came and looked, and so we decided to have it done. Well, this involved Pap's first comfort zone infraction was that we had to move Charlene the camper to the front yard, which he's not a fan of. So he moved her down there thinking that she would only be there a couple days. Well, the guys started work. It's going fine. Well, they had to stop our job and go do something else. So that meant Charlene had to stay in the front yard for longer than we thought. So
9 days.
9 days to be exact. So that was first comfort zone infraction. Second was...
And then we hit a gas line. Well,
yes.
We didn't hit the gas line. We uncovered a neighbor's gas line that runs through my yard.
That was the next debacle, was that they start digging. There's a gas line, which, mind you, we had the gas company out and marked where our gas line was. So we thought we were just fine. So when they started digging, lo and behold, there's a gas line. So we're checking, we're thinking, okay, they looked at it and said they didn't think it was a viable gas line. There had been a house up behind ours that had burnt down several years ago. So we're like, it's okay. Well, then they hit it, and sure enough, gas started coming out of it. So we're like, okay, great. So the gas company comes out again and said, well, where we marked was your gas line, but that happens to be your neighbor's gas line. So we didn't, hit ours, we hit theirs, and they're out of town. So snowball effect, if you see. So we get the gas line fixed, get it covered back up, get all that done. Fine, it's good, looks good. Charlene gets put back up in the yard or in the garage. Everything's good. Pap's happy. Next infraction is we decided to come camping. We only had a couple days to prepare because we kind of spur of the moment decided we would do that. Pap's not really a spur of the moment kind of guy. I am, but he's not. So we balance each other out in that way. So the next thing was trying to determine which campsite we wanted. Now, of all the times we've been here, you would think that would be an easy decision.
1 or 8.
1 or 8, yes. Well, the problem is that 1 and 8 were both occupied. So then the debacle ensued. What are we going to do? And yes, it did take us longer than you would think to finally pick a site, but we picked one. So we got it booked. Then we get here, everything's gone good. We're great. We get here, no flat tires. Everything's great. Yeah. We get here, we're just coming up where we're getting ready to pull into the park, and there's a big sign that you have to go down and come in the back way. So this of course, through another infraction for poor Pap. This is not how he's used to going in. He did not want to go in this way. So we go down, we come in. Now, mind you, the second entrance comes in at the very end of the park. So the very last campsite is where this comes in. So we go down and we come in and we have to drive all the way through the park and get all the way up, because the first section is the only section that they have open right now because they're getting ready to close the end of November. So we get all the way up there and finally we get the camper parked and everything's going well.
That's because I had to go out of the park when I got up in here coming from the bottom, because the campsite that we are, you had to come in from the front of the park because of hookups. So I had to go out to the main road anyway and back that thing up and come back in the park the regular way. No need in all that.
Well, and then the reason that they had it closed up at the entrance we're used to is because they're blacktopping as you come in. So when we have to, because our camper is bigger and we have to go out, well, then the truck that's there, that's helping with the blacktop, they have to move so we can pull out and we can back up and turn around. And so it was a whole thing. Poor Pap, it's a wonder he didn't have a nervous breakdown. So it's a good thing that we have several days to rest and relax. So hopefully...
Heart palpitation.
I wasn't too sure about him. I was getting concerned, but it was easier for him than the thought of me driving the camper. So he quickly came around and recovered. But I don't know. We'll see what happens the rest of this trip. You guys better stay with us because I don't know how many more infractions he can handle, but we're going to see. Hopefully there's no more.
I did get a $5 load of wood this morning. We went by yesterday and it looked like all there was sawdust. So I'm thinking they dumped the load this morning. So there was firewood.
So
and
things are looking up.
At $8 a bundle, we wouldn't have burnt much Holly River wood.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. You guys stick with us, and like I said, hopefully that's the last, but we'll let you know.
No, that's not it. Let's see, I gotta wait because this starts up during the week. So now I have got to move this barrier behind us because it's blocked off. When we leave Tuesday, I've got to come down. I've got to move that barrier and come through this section so I can dump. And then I dump and I got to go back out to the main road this way, but they're paving, so it's closed. So I got to turn around again and I got to go clear out the bottom again. And it's muddy, it's tight, now the tires are dirty, and there's no need for all that. That's why I camp here. It's all blacktop.
A good time is being had by all, let's just say.
By half of us, anyway.
We'll keep you posted.
Nanny about went down. Her ankle rolled just... That's her debacle. So here I just worry about getting in and out of the place, and she's trying to stay on her feet. That's half the battle. But we got some water. We got more leaves and water in there, but they got more water than they had
most of the summer.
Yeah, most of the summer. So I'm assuming, like I said, when we leave Tuesday, we have got, well, I'm the driver. So I would assume the person that would get the gate on a farm will move that out of the way for me to come on through. We will see. There's a nice little pool of water. Looks like they stock up here in West Virginia. They started the 1st of October. And I'm thinking one a week until November. They ought to be about done with it.
Leaves are just about gone.
Yeah.
They were so beautiful. I think they must have peaked last week because they were so pretty, and then all of a sudden they were gone.
We were here the 13th, weekend of the 13th for that Irish Road Bowling. We still have not got that video out. It should go out soon. And then this one will come out. But yeah, they're just starting to turn, look pretty then, and 2 weeks later, course, there's been some wind up here today, so it don't take long for them 10, 20 mile an hour winds to knock all them leaves off. And
Still a few.
but they closed the bottom 2 sections off the Wednesday after we left, so that would have been the middle of October. Then he said the 1st of November they closed from section 2 down, shut the water off. And now they've got 19 sites in this one that they keep open till, I think, right towards the end of deer season in November. And they keep the bathhouse on, the water fountains, where you get a drink at the top, or they've taken them off, but but where you can fill up your waters, you can still use a hose on it. And of course, the bathhouses are heated and hot water in there. So there's some leaves there. There's number 1. I've met him. Name's Joe. They're from Buchanan. I told him, I said, "You got my site?" He just laughed. Good guy. But 1 and 8 are taken, so 7's not bad. It's black top, a little bit of dirt where I can tie the awning down so the wind's blowing. But we like 1, or I like 1. What's Nanny looking at?
Look at that wall right there.
Yeah.
What is that?
What that is? Looks like seedlings of some sort, like a grown out of the moss. I don't know. It's an old log. Now she's going to start asking me nature questions. Expect me to know the answer. There's Nanny. I can't take her anywhere. She has stopped and talked to the site number 1.
Turns out we know a lot of the same people.
For 15 minutes. And she talks about me.
Well, we can't go anywhere that Pat done run into somebody he knows. We even went to Tennessee and he ran into somebody that we know.
Popularity isn't real fun. Keep telling her that. There's my $5 wood pile. Oh, what has Nanny done with the fire?
It's gone out. Oh, no, not going out, but. Oops. We'll get it going again.
Oh, yeah.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
It is Monday morning.
November 4th.
4th, yes.
Lost track.
So we thought we're going to run down to Holly River Grocery, but we thought we would show you the park. We've shown it to you before, but this time, I don't think we've ever shown it to you when it's been this empty. So we thought we'd show you all these sites. There was several of them that were right through here that were occupied or shortly occupied after we got here, but most people left yesterday. The person next to us left this morning. There's another couple on up around the turn that are leaving. There's our site right there. So you can see we're pretty much all alone, which we don't mind. We don't mind having neighbors, but we also enjoy just kind of having it to ourselves too. So, and this weekend was all about just relaxing, so that makes it even nicer when there's not a lot of people around. So, and that's what we've done. A lot of sitting by the fire, reading. I read my book. Pap reads different things on his phone, things about camping and this and that. So it's been a very, very relaxing weekend for us. So, and we are here until tomorrow. So we are thankful for that. It's been a nice getaway. We got here on Friday and staying till tomorrow. All right, Pap just dropped off the garbage. So I'm gonna proceed down through here. Try to hold you guys as steady as I can. These roads are a little bumpy.
We got to go out daggone bottom because they're paving up there. Same way I had to come in. So we'll film.
You can tell Pap's thrilled about it. Again, another change. Not a fan of.
But this is the only way we can look at the campground. Usually we drive through here. But when they got it closed off, you can't go past that sign right there. But we're going to show you how empty it is. This is where we stayed last, 2 weeks ago? Well,
yeah,
for the road bowling.
For the road bowling, we stayed down in this section.
26.
Which was pretty full, but...
Well, 50 of them was in the 3 campsites around it. and then us 2, well, 4. Toria.
Sorry, guys.
So Bubba come up. It's not a bad section. I wouldn't get 26 again. We always thought we wanted that because it was by the water and the road. I like the people watch, but they got their fire pit messed up. It's clear in the front of the thing where I got to park the truck.
Yeah, so here's where we stayed the last time, if you guys kind of can recognize that from the last video. This is where we stayed.
26.
This would be a nice section if you had several people coming, like family members, things like that, because they are kind of all nice and close there together. So that would make it nice for that section right there. But now we're going to head on down. You can see the leaves are pretty much all gone. There's a few left. They have been coming down through and blowing them all. And we were just talking to one of the rangers. We've actually known him since he was a kid, and he's just worked his way up through the ranks. But we were wondering because they were blowing all the leaves into the creek over here, and we were thinking that seems odd. Seems like it would, clog it up. But what they do is they blow them into there, he said, and then when they get a lot of runoff and rain or from the snow, then it washes them down and gets rid of them. So now we know. This is area 3. I think this area has really pretty views, especially when the leaves are at peak. This is just beautiful through here, because as you can see straight ahead, it just goes straight up there, and those leaves are just beautiful.
Must be winterizing. I see they got a hand pump. 34 we always want to try to get, but we were just talking to that guy in one. He said they reserved next April and couldn't get 34, so
it books up really quick. It's nice though. It's this site right here, and it's right next to the water, really secluded and private, so you can see why it would be popular. Again, I think these 2 sites right here would be nice if you had a group coming, you know, if you had
You'd have to
family.
back out, 'cause look at that road.
Yeah, it is a
Out there.
steep grade coming up through, that's for
37,
sure.
There's the one he got. Bare, it is bare.
Very empty. There's still a few leaves on, but not nearly like there was, that's for sure. Even just from when we came on Friday, they've come down. Here's some really pretty ones right here. I'll show you.
Leaves in the hood of the truck. Got pine needles, pine tar. A lot of cleaning after we get home tomorrow. Clean the camper up.
It's just hard for us to, we're not usually up here when it's this bare. So it's interesting for sure.
Did just tell us that it is December 2nd this year. Monday it'll be closed. Usually it's the weekend, like the Saturday at the end of deer season. And that might, I don't know, that might be what the date is. Or maybe they're just keeping it open. There's a Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. This is a pretty popular section down in here. We're not real big fans of it because it's kind of dark, even on the sunny days because of all the trees. But a lot of people like it down in here. I could see, especially if you were in a tent, because you wouldn't get all the heat from the sun.
We almost got 51. That's the weekend we didn't make it.
Yeah, the
Right
weekend
there.
we blew a tire. So
We have camped in these next ones around the corner here across from the bathhouse. In our first camper
yeah,
back in 1990.
many years
Two.
ago.
52, 53, and 54. There's a dump station there. I believe they've got the water off down here after the first bathhouse, so you can't even, what's going to mess me up tomorrow, I can't even come down here and dump because I can't rinse.
Usually this time of year you can't even get down in here, but because they're paving, that's why they have it open where you can drive down through here. So that's kind of why we wanted to come down through.
Kind of tight down through here. They made me come in from the bottom through the dirt, muddy road.
Almost here.
Yep.
This is the last section. This is where if you have horses, because they do have trails you can take your horses on. So they have horse corrals over there if you come for the weekend with your horses. They have a place.
Like three of them's got the.
Which is kind of neat. That's not something that they've always had, so it's fairly new. There's some more of the really pretty leaves. I hope you can see them. These trees. And then now here's where we have to come that Pap is not a fan of. It's pretty narrow.
It's a road made for people with a tent or a truck camper
It's
that I want. But now I got this big fifth wheel.
which we are very thankful for.
Yes. Yes, we like it. I just wasn't planning on pulling it down this
It is
jalopy of a road.
a little tight, as you can tell. So,
At least it's dried out.
oh, sorry for the bumps.
Yeah, I can't help the bumps.
No.
But then it just brings you out right here at the bottom of the road. There's the
See,
Department Highways right here.
You can see all the leaves. That way you can
Yeah.
know how many trees there are down through here. It's beautiful, that's for sure.
And right here at the end of this road, if you take a left, that takes you to the waterfalls that we've taken you to.
Mm-hmm.
And what's it called?
I don't know.
Shoots?
Shoots. Shoot. I never
There you
can
go.
say it right,
Not
guys.
shoots. Shoots.
Close enough.
There she is. She's got me again.
there's always an opportunity to shop if you just look and search it out. Can't go wrong shopping. Camping and shopping, can't beat it.
We're gonna walk around here. They are open here all year
At the
at
gift
the
store.
gift store. The restaurant it closed last weekend for the year, and up until I believe it was Labor Day. Right after Labor Day, they went to just the weekends till the end of October, and then they'll start up again. Thinking in April they will start doing the weekends, and then after Memorial Day they'll be open every day. Pretty quiet. That's where they blow all their leaves into the river.
It's pretty.
But we will get in the truck and probably take you one more time through the cabins, and we're going back to camp.
I wanted to walk over here and show you guys these leaves. Not many left, but they're just so pretty. Up here, I love when the sun shines down on these yellow ones. They're so pretty. And then back over here, I'll show you, can just see up on the mountain, just about all gone. But you can just see them up there. We just love West Virginia. We love living here. It really is just beautiful. Okay, one last drive up through the cabins here. See what they look like with all the leaves down.
Pretty barren in here.
Mm-hmm.
They closed the swimming pool June 23rd this year because of no water. They just can't keep it full, I guess, or that's what a lot of people come up here for. Kids swim in the pool all day for $5. Oh, we got somebody up here on the side beside doing something. Oh, they're raking the sand for the wastewater treatment facility. Lovely.
Maybe you could offer them some advice.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some people in there. I seen that Charger. That's not Charger, whatever it is. Seen him driving up on the main road.
Looks like they're hiking the trail up there. I think this would be my definition of cabin in the woods.
Cabin
for sure.
in the woods.
It's beautiful.
brakes. They squeaked since the truck was new. Little Bubba, last time he was up there, he said, "What's that sound?" It's brakes. What's that sound?
And he'd ask every time they squeaked.
Steal my brakes. I think he was being bantered by a 2-year-old, but I'm not sure. But that's it. We're going to head back to camp, burn some fire. Look at her looking. Look what she's got.
I'm trying to figure out what it is that he's doing now.
We went to Holly River Grocery before we went down there. Thank goodness they didn't have a rabbit picture.
I already got that.
She's got it, and they've not made another to replace it. But she did get something.
Mm-hmm. I told
she
you,
always
shopping and camping, you can't beat it. Look.
There she goes.
Isn't it beautiful? Like we said before, all things Irish, I'm all about it. So I just happened to spot this up on the shelf. So when we were in there today, couldn't help ourselves but to ask if it was for sale or if it was just decorative. Well, lo and behold, it's for sale. So it had to come home with me. So I'll show you what I do with it when we get home.
Well, here's the infamous bridge. I think we take a video and pictures every time we come. Full leaves. Pretty. We were taking a walk because there was an infraction a half hour ago. And Nanny, there's too many this weekend. But the guy come up and said, "There's a burn ban. You got to put your fire out." So
we have lost count of what the number of infractions have been
yes,
this weekend so far.
So much.
Poor Pap. He's just not a go with the flow kind of guy. So this has just upset his apple cart.
We start a fire when we get here, and it usually burns till we leave. And the problem is, I got a quarter truckload of wood that we had to load back up. Our son took half of it yesterday. He should have took it all. So now I get to take it to him. But that affected Nanny more than me. She just got her feet propped up with 2 logs. And she had her coffee and her Kindle. Just got the fire going good. And bam.
But as you can hear, probably, it's very dry. The leaves are very dry. So we understand it. It's a little frustrating.
He was very apologetic, but it's not his fault. You got to do what the county says you do. And we don't want to burn it down, and then we won't have it next week. But I'm going to see if Nanny can still swim. Here in a little bit, I'll get back with you. Here we are. We didn't fall in.
At least not yet.
At least not yet.
So pretty.
That water's deep right there, probably 6 foot deep right there.
Much better than being at work, that's for sure.
Might as well go to work, can't have a fire.
There we are. Poor Pap. I tell you what, folks, I've been married to this man for 35 years, and I can tell you that change does not bode well for him. So I'm really surprised he's not in a camper in the bed with the blankets pulled over his head at this point, thinking, what else is going to change? It's usually quiet here. Now they're blowing leaves. There's flashing yellow lights because the state road is here working on the road. So it has definitely been an adventure this weekend for sure.
That's why we don't camp in November.
Usually.
Let's go camping on a whim. We'll see what happens. They had me coming in here contrary clockwise, as Festus would say. So that was the beginning of the end. But we'll be all right. We joke around. It's all right.
We're glad you guys have come along with us. We hope you enjoy it. We know we come here a lot, but this is just our favorite place. There's a lot of family history, a lot of nostalgia and family memories here. And so this is just our favorite spot, you know. Next year we're thinking we'll probably venture out a little bit, but so I don't know. Poor Pepsi's already starting to twitch. But since we had the blessing of the new camper, we just kind of wanted to stay with what was familiar until we got used to it. So
We'll try something new. We'll see.
oh my, all right, you guys heard that, so we'll see what happens.
Probably Site 25.
Yeah. I doubt it. Well, guys, like we said before, we're glad that you came along with us. This is probably our last camping trip of the season, and so we're glad that you've come along. We hope you've enjoyed the videos. We're going to keep them coming. We have some things coming up, and we'll be bringing you guys along with us, but we hope you've enjoyed it. So until we see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.